Xbox spent years building what I would say is one of the biggest gaming empire in the gaming industry. Microsoft bought Bethesda. They bought Activision Blizzard for almost 69 billion US dollars. That is a lot of money. That is a lot. And the strategy was very clear. Let's buy more studios. That way our catalogs are bigger, we have more games, and we become the number one gaming brand. But now they are cutting 3,200 jobs and they are restructuring. So I ask, what was the point? Why spending so many billions and acquiring so many studios to build this empire? Why does Xbox need to reset? The interesting part here isn't just that Xbox is cutting jobs. Is that this comes after so many years of expansion, and Xbox believed that after getting bigger and building this empire, it will solve all the problems they had. But these cuts that they're doing now raise an even bigger question. Did Xbox build the future of gaming, or did it build something too complicated for them to manage? We are bringing the most significant restructure in Xbox history. That sentence here is very interesting, very important, because I don't think this is just a small adjustment. Xbox itself is describing this as the biggest restructure in Xbox history. The company says that approximately 3,200 jobs, roles, will be reduced throughout 2027. I guess maybe at the end of this year, including around 1,600 immediate roles eliminations. You gotta thank AI for that. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and the new CEO that, this guy's get a huge pay cut. So you gotta pay the CEO, right? You have to give them that sweet paycheck. Some billions and a couple extra billions in bonuses. He also said that our business today is not healthy. That is a very unusual statement for a company like Microsoft, because Xbox spent years increasing its size and they buy more studios and they buy more games, so that means more investment. But according to Xbox, that growth also created more complexity and we became more fragmented. So the problem wasn't that Xbox didn't have enough resources, because Microsoft always had money. And it's just like they never run out of money. They always have money for some reason. I never heard of Microsoft even going near bankruptcy. Maybe not. I don't know, but I haven't heard. So the problem wasn't that Xbox didn't have enough money. The problem was turning all those resources into something that worked. And don't get me wrong, Microsoft is a very successful company, but for some reason when it comes to gaming or streaming, they never succeed. Because remember Mixer? They tried to take on Twitch and YouTube gaming, but they failed. But it was stupid. I think it's the decision that they make, because they started hiring super popular streamers and paying millions when it was simple. You paying a top streamer to stream in your platform, which is a bad idea if you ask me. And then that streamer bring a couple of people, but these people will probably watch, not stream, because small streamer want money. And if you want to gain streamer, people use your platform. You have to come up with some way for them to make money. I was included in that. I used Mixer for some time, but then it shut down. And I was like, what? They got their money. You lost your money. Microsoft completed its acquisition of Activision Blizzard. This was supposed to be one of the biggest acquisitions in the gaming industry, in gaming history. Microsoft now owns Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch, and others. If Xbox owns some of the biggest games in the industry, why the company still have to restructure? By spending tens of billions of dollars to expand Xbox, including its blockbuster acquisition of Activision Blizzard, Microsoft has struggled to narrow the gap with Sony's PlayStation and Nintendo, prompting a broader rethink of the gaming business. This is probably the most important sentence in the entire article, because Microsoft spent billions of dollars, US dollars, building Xbox into the bigger company they are today. And according to Reuters, if that's how you say it, that spending still didn't solve the main problem. It didn't move the needle. So closing the gap with its competitor didn't seem to work. I myself, I'm a fan of Nintendo. I have my Switch 2 here and I love it. I play it. I like Nintendo games because they are unique, even though they don't have the most newer graphics, stronger graphics, more powerful processor GPUs. They're still fun, and that's what matters. Fun. When you have fun, is everything great. But I have my PC 4080, and I don't even play games on the PC mostly. I was playing Path of Exile 2, and I stopped playing because how bad it is. But the question isn't whether Xbox owns enough games. It clearly does. They have a lot of games, good games. The question is whether buying more studio actually created the future Xbox promised and that they imagined. But here's a problem. The gaming industry spent years believing that bigger automatically means better and that they are going to be on top because they have more games, more studios, but I always believe quantity is not better than quality. Nintendo is a perfect example of that. Buy more studios, own more franchises, build a bigger ecosystem, and you're the best. No, I don't think so. Players don't experience acquisition. They don't feel better because you spend more money or have more assets. They experience the games and how fun they are. Xbox is not running out of franchises. Not anytime soon. They own many games, famous games, popular games that people still pay money for to play, like World of Warcraft. The challenge that they are facing right now is turning that massive library of games that they have into something that players actually want to be part of. They want to be in. They want to play those games. After many years of expansion, Xbox is now entering their new phase, which is less about becoming bigger and more about proving that bigger was actually worth. Do you think Xbox made the right decision by changing direction, or do you think this is proof that their original plan failed? Leave it down below in the comments, and if you want more gaming industry breakdowns like this, subscribe.